Welcome back to Legend Skateboarding, everyone, and for today's video we are doing why do skaters quit skateboarding? What's the reasons? And I want to talk about something else. Thank you so much, every single person watching this right now. Thank you so much for subscribing, for commenting all the time. I love your comments, so support, super great. I really appreciate you guys, and I love what you're doing for me, commenting all the time and watching my videos and subscribing. Ever since that video blew up, everybody's like subscribing and got a lot of subscribers, so thank you so much. And we're gonna get on to the video. Reason number one of why people quit skateboarding is because of money. Decks cost money, and decks don't last forever. Trucks and wheels don't last forever, but they last a little bit longer than decks, so like you don't have to worry about them too much. But decks don't last that long, and they snap, they break, and you need a new one, which is about like $50 for a good one, because most of the time you want a good one so it lasts long, and you don't want to buy a $30 one that'll like break in a month or like 2 weeks, and then you have to buy another $30 one. You're just spending more money that way. Some people, they just don't have the money to spend every 3 months, every 7 months. I don't know how fast you break your boards, but people don't have that much money. Like if you play any other sports, you could just use your body and don't need any money or equipment or stuff like that, and you'll be fine. So that's why some people skate. That's only one reason. Second reason why people quit skateboarding is because of injury. You get injured in all types of sports.
Haywood has broken his leg.
But people think that you get injured or you'll hurt yourself worse in skateboarding, or they do hurt themselves worse, like break bones, because most of the time you're landing on concrete all the time. You're doing tricks where you have to jump all the time and like hit your feet on the concrete. You can't play it on grass or anything, not like football. Like you're on concrete most of the time. You have a higher chance of injuring yourself severely. You have a higher chance, but doesn't mean that it's a dangerous sport. It's just you have a higher chance of doing that. Sometimes people break legs, people break bones, people break fingers, and they just can't afford to injure themselves anymore. So they don't want to injure themselves. So you don't want to injure yourself in skateboarding. You don't want to injure yourself in anything. So people don't want to injure themselves, and they want to have a lower chance of hurting themselves, so they quit skateboarding. And some of the times that's because of parents. Maybe you sprain your wrist like what I did, or maybe you like break a bone and then your parents are like, that's it, you're not playing this, you're not skateboarding ever again, because you hurt yourself and you might hurt yourself again. So sometimes it's the parents factor, but most of the time it's like you just don't want to hurt yourself, which is a totally reasonable thing. Third reason why people quit skateboarding is because it's too hard. They didn't expect skateboarding to be this hard. It might not look too hard, but when you really think about it, how long did it take you to get a kickflip? Or how long did it take you to get an ollie? Maybe like months or something? Or for like a kickflip, it took me maybe around a year, a little bit more than a year. People just don't see how hard skateboarding is. See, like once you get good at skateboarding, it's easier for you to progress. But once you just like start skateboarding, it's really hard to learn something because you're new, you don't know how to do this. And most people just see all those pros out there doing like kickflip down a 5-stair, and they say 3-year progression, but they don't understand the first year is probably the hardest year of skateboarding, because you gotta get into skateboarding, you gotta get used to skateboarding, and people just don't understand that. And like basketball, you can shoot a hoop, boom. You might not be a good shot, but you can still shoot a hoop, and you can dribble a little bit. Maybe you don't know how to do that, and maybe take you like a week maybe if you practice every day. But skateboarding, it's not like that. You need to practice every day for a long time to understand and to get a trick and get used to your board. It might even take you long just to learn how to ride a board. That's another reason why people quit skateboarding. Fourth reason why people quit skateboarding, a little cramped in here. Fourth reason why people quit skateboarding is they need to make a living. They need to make money. This goes for for older people, not like adults most of the time. They didn't get pro, or they're not making any money off of it by doing like getting sponsors. They don't have any sponsors. They just don't make enough money to buy like an apartment or a house and get food every day. People just stop skateboarding to pursue a dream that is gonna make them money. And they're not making enough money from skateboarding, or they're just not that good at skateboarding and don't have any free time and just have to let go of skateboarding and then work a job where they can make money, have food. Last reason why people quit skateboarding is because they do it for the wrong reason. So like, if you take for instance the poser video, posers do it for aesthetic, for attention. They just do something for attention. And people do skateboarding and they just have the really nice clothes and their beautiful selves, and then they have a skateboard right next to it, and then they get a bunch of likes, and that's what they think skateboarding is, just an aesthetic, just to look cool, a style basically, like the skater boy style. They don't do it for skating basically. Like skating, you hang out with friends, have a good time outside of your house, just like good feeling. Everybody does a sport, like almost everybody. It's not really a sport, it's just more like having a good time and getting a skill, having a good time with your friends. And that's why people quit, because they don't understand skateboarding. They don't understand the concept of skateboarding. They just think it's another sport that you play and try to get pro at, and that's it. That's not skateboarding. That's not what skateboarding is about. Go to skateboarding because you love it, because it brings this environment, this family that you never knew you had, and then now you do have it that you can go out with like for the whole day and have the most fun and skateboarding, get good at skateboarding. And people just do it for the wrong reason, and that's not right. Oh. Ah. Nah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like if you liked the video. Comment if you did or didn't like anything. I love when people do that. I really appreciate the support. And that's it. Skate on.